Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Chris. Today I'm out here ready to fly with the DJI RC-N3. And if you've been following my channel, you'll know that to date I've only really ever flown in FPV with my DJI Neo using the motion controller and DJI's N3 goggles. So today the aim really is to answer two simple questions. Number one, how do I think the RC-N3 compares to flying in FPV? Is it as fun, basically? And number two, do I think it's worth the 100 quid it costs to pick it up? Let's find out. Hey, just really quickly, while I'm making a pizza, I remembered I hadn't told you to like and subscribe for this video, so, oh Jesus Christ. So please do drop a like if you're enjoying this video, and also consider subscribing because I've got loads more of this kind of content to come, and I would love to have you here for the journey. Look at that. Okay, back to the video, sorry. Okay, so before we go and fly, I figured it might make sense to give you a bit of a closer look at the control. If you're not interested in this, I won't take any offence. I'm going to leave a timestamp in the description for you to skip straight forward to the flying if that's what you're interested in. But if you do want to see it up close, then let's have a closer look right now. First thing I noticed is that it's pretty premium. It feels quite good. There's some nice kind of rubber grips back here for your hands to rest on. Apologies, by the way, I've got a Paw Patrol plaster on. That is the only one I could find. There are some nice feeling buttons up here. Some nice kind of pads here, which is where your phone will ultimately rest. And yeah, all in all, pretty lightweight. Feels pretty sturdy though. Joysticks are nice to move. They feel, you know, pretty joysticky. One thing I liked actually that it took me a while it took me an embarrassing amount of time to figure this out, to be honest. But the joysticks, when they arrive in the control, they actually arrive in here. They're kind of embedded in the bottom, which is actually a really nice touch, because if you're traveling, you've then got like a nice flat control surface. You're not going to catch the joysticks on anything. You're not going to damage anything else or the control. It's a really nice touch, but as I say, it was embarrassingly long before I figured out that's where they were, and I was on the verge of calling DJI and saying, hey, where are my bloody joysticks? Come on. It is all, by the way, it is all very much outlined in the manual, but me being a fairly typical man, I did not read the instructions at all. Ah, pizza's ready. So now let's take a look at how your phone attaches to the remote control. So first of all, you kind of pop this bit up here, and then you'll see back here there are these two kind of wires plugged in. You want to pull this one on the left here out, and that is what will plug in to your phone. Then attaching your phone is super easy. You basically just align it here, and then you just kind of push it up and then slot it in there. And there are these nice kind of rubber lips here and here and here that hold the phone in place, and it feels really, really sturdy. It doesn't feel like that's going to fall out at all, to be honest. And then all you need to do is power on the control and then plug it into your phone. The phone will kind of buzz. It says charging rapidly on my phone, which is interesting. So does the control charge my phone? That seems weird. Maybe it does. And then you open it up, you've got the DJI Fly app, and then there's just a simple connect to aircraft button here, and you just find your drone. For me, it's the Neo. I don't have it out at the moment, so I won't be able to connect it, but presumably you just click that and connection will be very, very straightforward. So yeah, that's it. Feels pretty good. I think let's go and fly it and see what it's actually like to fly with. So one good thing about this, I think, is that there's a lot less stuff to carry around. I don't have to carry around the big, they're not cumbersome, they're not super heavy, but the fairly big goggles and stuff, which is always appreciated. Oh no, no, I've just realised my phone is on 3% battery. Hang on, I wonder, does plugging it into this charge the battery on your phone? Please, please, please. Does it? Yes, it does. DJI, touche, well done DJI, clever, clever. Oh, that's great. Okay, so I can fly. Right, let's connect this. How do I connect this? Hey, nice. Beginner flight. I don't want a beginner flight insurance tutorial, really. God, it's so windy. Okay, it's really, really windy here, so I'm just gonna try and take off from my hand. Stop.
Perform a safety check before you fly.
No, come on, ready?
Ascend
There we go.
meter.
Okay.
Descend 1 meter.
Oh, this is nice. Turn left. Turn right. Okay. Fly forward.
Fly backward.
Fly backward. To the left. To the right. Okay. It doesn't want to land there because it's a bit muddy. Such a princess. Okay. Congratulations on completing the flight tutorial. Enjoy your flight. That was a lovely, simple tutorial, as DJI stuff usually is. I should have, yeah. I'm going to get all the. I haven't set up loads of settings on this. I'm going to get stuff like auto record on takeoff and stuff set up at some point. But you have to forgive me because I haven't got that at the moment. All right. Whoa. Okay. We're up and we are recording. Yeah. Okay. Uh-oh. Phone is shutting down. My phone's out of battery. I thought you were charging my battery. Oh no, where's the drone? Oh, hang on. Oh God. Oh no. Come down. No, down. Oh God. Okay. Okay. Come here, mate. Oh, can you turn around? It doesn't help, it's really windy. Getting back here. How's it still controlling when? Oh, I see. Oh, I see. That's quite cool. That's interesting. I can fly the drone without the phone connected. The phone's dead, which is really annoying. That's really bloody annoying. The phone is dead, but you can fly without the phone, which is pretty cool. It's really frustrating because I think I'm going to have to come back tomorrow and do a proper filming because I've really messed up today. Without forgetting to charge my phone was a big miss. Bugger. Well, there we go. I'm an idiot. We'll come back tomorrow and try to fly again. It will be less windy tomorrow, and I'll also hopefully remember to charge my phone. While I'm walking home, I'm just curious to know, what do you guys use to fly at the moment? What kind of drone are you using? What kind of control system are you using, and how do you find it? And I suppose, what do you think is the best? What are your opinions? I'd love to hear in the comments below, so please do share. So windy. I had to walk through a massive ditch and the water went over my welly, and now my welly's really squelchy. Good morning, everyone. It's about 8 o'clock and I'm back out here, and it's an absolutely beautiful day this morning. Oh, it's lovely out here. It's really still. There's a bit of sun. There's no wind at all. It's very, very still. And it's about 11 degrees, so it's a lovely temperature. Perfect weather for flying a drone. This is kind of what I really love about this hobby, is it gets me out here into nature when otherwise I probably wouldn't be out here. And it just gives me an opportunity to really kind of soak it up, and also when you're flying the drone to get different perspectives. So I did a bit of editing last night, and as I was editing I spotted some footage which I pointed out actually, which you would have just seen a big arrow pointing to some really grainy video footage as the drone was kind of turning around back toward me and flying toward me. Across some of the bushes you could see loads and loads of real fuzziness, like really fuzzy pixelated video footage. Really weird. Not had that before. I couldn't quite figure out what was causing that. I wonder whether partly it might have been the wind, because it was incredibly windy, and maybe it was kind of blowing the camera around a bit and it was messing around with the image stabilization or something. But then also I had a really close look with the torch at the lens of the drone, and there were lots of little marks on it, maybe from where I crashed it in my last video. Do you have any ideas? If you've got any feedback, go down here. If you've got any feedback on what might have caused that, I would really appreciate it. I think let's just go and fly and see what the footage looks like today. Hopefully it'll be a bit clearer. Okay, so before I fly with the RC-N3, I think it might make sense to fly just with the phone, just to show you what it's like. If you're thinking about picking up the RC-N3, I'd imagine you're probably already maybe using the phone, or you're wondering whether or not you could just use the phone and if it's better or worse. So let's try flying with the phone and seeing how that performs. There we go. Okay. Okay. Okay, so up, forward. So you can see, I've got the little controls here. It's flying quite slowly. I don't know what mode it's in. It doesn't really say if it's in a mode of some kind. The thing I'm quite interested to figure out is whether or not the range is pretty awful on the phone, and how that maybe compares. Because I have heard people complain about the range on a mobile phone. I think the remote, the RC-N3 control has, there you go, max flight distance already reached. How far away am I? It doesn't really say, does it, anywhere? I can't see that it says how far away I am. Oh, 90. So I think that little green up there is the meters away I am, maybe. About 90 meters away. So not very far, and it's disconnected straight away. So I think the phone would be really good if you're just planning maybe to, I don't know, take out just the drone. You want to just do like a bit of footage of maybe you and your family or whatever, and you're on a holiday or something, and you just want to do a bit of simple footage. It might be cool for that kind of stuff, but really if you're doing you want to do any kind of serious flying, I don't think this is really going to cut it very well, to be honest. So let's bring it back now, and let's try with the RC-N3 and see how far we can get with that, and what the range is like, and also just how it feels. This feels a little bit clumsy with the controls here, to be honest. The only thing I do find with putting this control in is, on my phone particularly, as you can see, as I'm putting that in, it's kind of, I've got to carefully position it right between the power and the volume up button. Otherwise it's hitting the volume up button and turning it on and off, which is a little bit annoying. So let's see how the RC-N3 compares. Oh, look at that, I haven't got the sticks in. Okay, so it's in cinematic mode at the moment on the control. I'm going to just stick it in normal. Whoa. Alright. Immediately it just feels so much better. Oh, and I can also climb really quickly with this. Oh, I said it was 90 meters out that I got disconnected before. I think I'm wrong. Is that? I'm trying to figure out what that green bit is up here. What does that mean? It doesn't really say. I'm not sure what that green thing is, because it says 76 at the moment. But I can tell you right now, I am double the distance. Oh, what am I talking about? It's right here, I think. Silly. It's here. So 115 meters out at the moment. This feels really lovely. It just feels very calm. Just being able to look at the scenery roll by. Climb it a bit. I'm currently about 25 meters up. And this is just in normal mode, by the way, okay? So I'm not flying in sport mode or anything like that. I'm flying in normal. Currently flying at 3.9 meters a second. Still going strong. Going to climb a bit more. Now the signal on this is just holding brilliantly. Nearly, yeah, I'm coming up to 500 meters now, 480 meters. What's my battery life? Okay, sorry, I figured out what the battery life is. It's the green thing up there. Yeah, it's the thing that I thought was distance. 60% battery at the moment. Look at that. So beautiful, isn't it? I'll just pan around a bit here. 650 meters away. Oops, sorry. Just stopped recording accidentally. It's amazing. So this is very, very, very different to flying with FPV, but... Oh, strong wind warning. Okay. Strong wind. Aircraft unable to return to home automatically. Lower altitude immediately and return to home manually. Oh, it doesn't like that. Okay. Let's lower down. Let's lower down and try to get him back. We'll start heading back because so that got to almost 900 meters. That's almost a kilometer away. Like I was saying, so I was just going to say, this is very, very different, obviously, to flying in FPV, but it's wonderful. There's something really, really cool about doing this. I'm just able to explore for a kilometer around me from the sky. That's an amazing thing to be able to do with a drone that. Essentially, the drone's what, 160 odd quid. The control's 100 quid. I think if you get the Fly More combo, which is the regular Fly More combo, not the motion combo, which I got, but the regular Fly More combo, which comes with, there's a bit more wind there, let's come down a bit. The regular Fly More combo, which comes with the RC-N3 control, comes with the spare batteries, the 2 spare batteries and the battery pack that you can charge with, some spare propellers, all that kind of stuff. I think that's like £230 or something like that you can pick that up for. It feels like that's an absolute bargain. To be able to do this for 230 quid is insane to me. I was kind of hoping with this that it would open my eyes to another world of drone flight away from FPV, something different that I would enjoy as much but in a different way, and I think it's exactly going to be that. It does feel very different to FPV. FPV for me is about flying quite low to the ground, doing lots of maneuvers, just having fun, like flying through gaps and stuff like that. That's all the fun stuff, and like feeling like you're actually sort of in the air yourself. This is just really amazing for just cinematography, really. Just being able to film this beautiful area with my drone is absolutely amazing. I can see it up there in the sky, really far away, but it's there. Battery levels are low. Okay.
Aircraft will return to the home point in 10 seconds.
Okay. You can do that. Let's return it to home. I'm interested to see how accurate this return to home is this time. I'm worried a bit about the video footage. I'm not sure how it's going to look. On the mobile, on my phone, I can see some more of that pixelation, I think, on the screen. It's going to be really interesting. It seems to be the browns. There's some kind of slightly odd pixelation. It's flying up there. Okay, mate, stop now. There you go. Okay. He's going to come down. Oh, hang on. I'm going to... hang on. I'm going to just make sure that he doesn't go into a tree. Okay, he's coming down. No, that's all good. He's a little bit far out from me. He probably won't want to land. I keep calling him a he, sorry. But he is a he. He's probably not going to want to land on this mud. So... so cool. So that was, I mean, that's how far away it was return to home wise. That's not super accurate. This is why I don't fully trust it. Probably about, how much is this? I don't know, like 6 meters, 7 meters away from where I actually was, which doesn't sound like much. However, if you are kind of, hang on, let me just get this camera back on. If you're kind of surrounded by, if there are puddles around or there's mud like this, or there are trees, for instance, then 7 meters can be the difference between a disaster and just getting home safely. So I don't fully trust it. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you do trust it, and if I'm doing something wrong with it. Maybe I need to manually set the home point or something like that. Let me know what you think. I've said this before, but I feel like having the spare batteries and the battery pack that you can carry them in is pretty vital. I think flying this with one battery, again, if you're like I was saying when I was flying it on the phone, I think if you're planning just to take it out and you want to, you know, just do a little bit of flying, one battery is probably okay. Gets you about 10 minutes of flight, but it's not going to be enough if you're looking to do anything more serious. Okay, I'm going to put this in sports mode now, high speed. Home point updated. Okay. Oh. Well, that's a bit faster. Let's do some low flying here. So I'm going to just test out actually doing some kind of like some fun or can you do kind of, yeah, some fun sort of low flying. Definitely not as fun as it feels with the FPV control. It does definitely feel more like you're flying with the FPV control. With this, it does feel, I guess, more, what would you say? Maybe more analog, like, I don't know if that's the right word, but kind of just like you have a fairly simple input, which is left or right, and it just does left or right. It doesn't really... What is that down there? There's a big tyre. Ooh, should we try and fly through it? No, that's such a bad idea. That's such a terrible idea. Should I try? Oh, I don't know. Is this a terrible... Just in case I crash it, I'm going to have to go and find the bloody thing. I don't think I will crash it necessarily. It won't go any lower.
Landing.
Ah, no! Right, okay, none of that. None of that. Let's not do any of that stunt flying, as if that was stunt flying. Yeah, I couldn't get low enough. It's got an automatic kind of ground distance sensor. It won't let you go lower than, I think, 0.4 meters, which is great. It means you're not going to crash, which is nice. Weak signal, adjust antennas. So I'm guessing that might, I don't know, yeah, maybe let's just come, just fly a bit closer, see if we can get back over here. I'm not seeing any breakup of the signal though. It's saying weak signal, but I wasn't seeing any distortion on the screen. Interestingly, I feel like the reception on this is better than the goggles, which is surprising. I've not had so far any sort of distortion or pixelation of the screen where I'm starting to lose connection, which I seem to get quite a lot with the goggles. Hello. Whoa. That's so fun to be able to just, you know, to be able to just fly it around in front of you a bit and see it flying and fly almost like a remote control plane. That's so fun. Oh yeah, that's great. So it's flying currently in sport mode about 6.8 meters a second. With the goggles, it flies at about 8 meters a second. So I'm not sure if that's just there's a tiny bit of wind maybe, or if it is actually just a little bit slower flying with the RC-N3. So this is the only thing, I guess, this is the main difference, I suppose, with flying this compared to the motion control and the goggles is you can't tip the nose down and point down and fly, if you see what I mean. Like I can't currently just dive down towards the floor, which you can do with the motion control, obviously. You can't kind of tilt the camera around. You can't sort of tilt the drone around and make it fly as you would kind of expect to fly, if you see what I mean. In comparison, it's not as fun to fly quickly and sort of near to the ground and stuff like that as the motion control, which is completely what I would have expected. So I'm not complaining about that. Just trying to give you an overview of, if you're thinking about buying a drone, the Neo particularly, and you're wondering, should I go for the motion fly more combo, which is almost £200 more, I think, than the regular fly more combo, or should I just go for this? Hopefully I'm just giving you a fairly unbiased view of what this does. And if you watch my other videos, you'll see what the motion control does. And you should be able to build a pretty good idea of which one is going to be best for you. All right, we're going to run out of battery in a minute, so I'm going to bring it back. Oh, Jesus. Nearly took my head off. Lovely. Okay, there we go. That's the first RC-N3 flight complete. I really enjoyed that. That was just very different to flying in FPV. As I said while I was flying, definitely feels like flying with the control in that way is much more cinematic. I don't think moment to moment it's as kind of engaging and as fun as flying in FPV, but I kind of expected that. I'm not surprised. And to be honest, for the price of that control, given that it's I think it's £105 I bought it for, and the price of the drone itself, which is only about 160 quid, like I say, if I would pick up the Fly More combo if you're interested in getting into drones and you're not super interested in FPV, and you could definitely have a lot of fun with that. Bit of a concern over the picture quality. I'm not sure what's going on with that. We'll have a look at the footage when I upload it later, but I do feel like I'm still seeing that crazy pixelation and kind of graininess especially on darker colours and browns. I'd really appreciate it if you have got any ideas what on earth might be causing that, and if there's any way for me to fix it, I would really appreciate that. Alright. Oh man. Hear the bird singing. Bit of sun. I think this is the first taste of spring. I can't wait for it to warm up. Can you imagine being out flying your drone in a t-shirt? That'd be weird. Ah, shorts. Naked. No, probably not that. Propellers and everything. Right, I'm going to wander back to the car. If you haven't yet, then please do consider subscribing to the channel. And again, drop a like, leave me a comment. Tell me what you think of this video. All of your feedback is very much appreciated. Yeah, and I'll just see you in the next one. Thank you. Goodbye.